In the world of big bucks and towering fortunes, there's a small group of ultra-rich people who seem to have a magic touch when it comes to making money. While many folks were feeling the pinch during the pandemic, these money wizards saw their wallets plump up like never before, with their combined wealth shooting up to a mind-boggling $4.5 trillion. That's a 40% increase compared to just the year before. Now, let's zoom in a bit on a particularly exclusive club within this elite group, the Black billionaires. Out of nearly 3,000 billionaires worldwide, only 16 are black. Yep, you heard that right, less than 1%. And out of these 16, just 2 are women. Historically, people of African descent haven't had a front row seat to the billionaire bonanza. The 20th century was all about a world dominated by white economic powerhouses. However, fast forward to the 21st century and we're starting to see a shift, a slow emergence from that overwhelming white economic supremacy. It all started back in 2001 when Bob Johnson and Michael Lee Chin strutted onto the Forbes billionaires list, making their fortunes in North America. Joining them soon after was Saudi businessman Mohammed Al-Amoudi, flexing his wealth through construction, energy and agriculture ventures. Oprah Winfrey stole the billionaire spotlight in 2003, becoming the first woman of African descent to join the billionaire club. What's really fascinating is the rise of black billionaires from Africa since the mid-2000s. These billionaires not only have more total wealth, but also a higher average wealth compared to the North American and European counterparts. The types of industries they are involved in, like finance and tech, play a big role in their wealth. Speaking of industries, let's take a peek into where these billionaires made their money. A good chunk of them struck gold in the information and finance sector, which includes everything from media production to computer software development. Then there's the arts, entertainment and recreation sector, where performers and athletes turn their star power into big bucks through endorsements and brand deals. Many billionaires from Africa and Arabia made their fortunes in natural resources, construction and wholesale trade. Aliko Dangote, the richest black billionaire with a staggering wealth of around $11.5 billion, made his fortune in these sectors. Now, let's rewind a bit to the early 20th century and meet Madam C.J. Walker, the original boss lady. Born Sarah Breedlove, she didn't just break barriers, she shattered them. She started from scratch and became America's first self-made female millionaire. Her beauty empire wasn't just about looking good, it was about breaking stereotypes and paving the way for black women in business. One crucial strategy that successful black families have embraced is a focus on building generational wealth. It's not just about making money, it's about ensuring that wealth benefits future generations too. Forbes points out the significance of financial planning and estate planning in securing long-term financial stability. This approach highlights a forward-thinking mindset that goes beyond immediate gains. Entrepreneurship has also seen a significant surge within the black community, especially with a 38% increase since the pandemic hit. This trend reflects a strong move towards self-reliance and ownership in the business realm. Investing in the stock market and real estate has been a notable part of the strategy for these families, showing a keen awareness of diversifying portfolios and securing financial futures. However, the road to success has had its share of obstacles. Black entrepreneurs often encounter systemic barriers that hinder access to capital and impede business growth. Reports from Brookings emphasize how lower personal wealth can hinder black business creation, highlighting the urgent need for structural changes that support entrepreneurs of all backgrounds. But despite these challenges, black entrepreneurs exhibit remarkable tenacity and innovation. Forbes tells the story of Ellie Diop, who used her $1,200 stimulus check to kickstart a financial coaching and education business that later grew into a 7-figure enterprise. This tale exemplifies the spirit of creativity and resourcefulness that defines the black entrepreneurial journey. But in today's world of giving back, there's a heartening trend we can't help but cheer for. Wealthy families are using their fortunes to open doors and promote fairness, especially within black communities. These acts of generosity aren't just about writing big checks. They're about leaving a legacy of real change and empowerment that lasts for generations. The Fund for Black-Led Change, part of the Maya Foundation, is a standout example. They've pledged $20 million to strengthen black-led organizations. It's a huge vote of confidence in the skills and vision of black leaders, recognizing that they are often the best at finding solutions to the challenges they face. Education is another area where these families are making a big splash. Jeff Bezos put $2 billion into his Day One fund to kickstart nonprofits preschools for kids who need it most. Starting with Day One, this move shows a growing awareness of how crucial early education is for setting kids up for success. Then there is the Annenberg family, known for their media empire. They've shifted their focus to communication studies and fixing public schools, committing a whopping $500 million to the Annenberg Challenge for School Reform. This kind of investment ripples out, improving schools nationwide and giving every kid a fair shot. Social justice is also in the spotlight. Groups like Tides are all about giving power and resources to communities that have been left out. They're not just cutting checks, they're providing the tools and support needed for social change leaders to make a real difference. Also, cultural heritage is like a treasure chest full of stories, traditions, and values that connect us to our roots and shape who we are. Black culture, vibrant and diverse, shines bright thanks to the dedication of families who cherish and safeguard it. Family traditions aren't just fun, they're like the glue that holds your family's story together. Black families take this to a whole new level, weaving together history, art, and community in their everyday lives. Take Kwanzaa, for example. It's not just a holiday. It's a celebration rooted in African traditions that many black families embrace. It's like a big family reunion where everyone gets together to honor their past, celebrate their present, and look forward to a brighter future. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that festive vibe? And speaking of media, have you ever watched a movie or read a book that made you go, wow, that's so relatable? That's the magic of diverse storytelling, and families play a huge role in making it happen. By backing films, TV shows, and books that reflect black experiences, they're not just entertaining, they're shaping how the world sees and understands black life. The impact of all of this? It's huge. It's about preserving black culture for generations to come, breaking down barriers and building bridges of understanding. In a world where differences can sometimes divide us, these families are like cultural ambassadors, spreading joy, pride, and unity. Why is this so important? Well, let's take a stroll down the path of family narratives. Picture a big family tree with branches reaching high and wide. Each branch represents a story, a memory, a lesson learned. These stories shape who we are, give us strength when times are tough, and remind us of where we come from. Now let's talk about mentors. The wise elders who sprinkled stardust on our paths. They are like Dumbledore to our Harry Potter, guiding us through the magical world of life. Programs like the Black Leadership Academy are like Hogwarts for aspiring leaders, teaching them spells of success, portions of perseverance, and charms of courage. Legacy building isn't just about building castles in the air, it's about laying a solid foundation for future black leaders. It's about turning challenges into opportunities, breaking down barriers, and creating a world where dreams can take flight. One shining example is Nicole D. Smith, who faced ageism head-on in her workplace. Instead of letting stereotypes hold her back, she took charge and showed that age should never be a barrier to success. Her story teaches us that with determination and a positive attitude, we can break through age-based biases and thrive in any environment. 2020 was a year of protests for racial justice, shaking the world amidst a global pandemic. It was a time when diversity and inclusion became not just buzzwords, but essential values for building a fair and prosperous society. Their courage to speak up and fight against injustice sets the stage for a more inclusive and equitable future. The Push to Power project from Amsterdam Hub is another ray of hope, showcasing young individuals who refuse to accept gender discrimination at work. Their stories of resilience and determination inspire us to take action against inequality wherever we encounter it. Creating black wealth is a hot topic these days, especially when we look at how black billionaires have made their fortunes. They've dabbled in everything from manufacturing and mining to telecommunications and entertainment. It's like they've got a finger in every profitable pie. Now, while these billionaires have hit the jackpot, they haven't exactly spread the wealth around the black community as much as some might hope. Why is this such a big deal? Well, let's take a stroll down history lane. We've got colonialism and slavery to thank for a lot of the mess. Back in the day, the UK was all about exploiting African resources and labour, leaving black communities with scraps instead of gold mines. Fast forward to today, and black people still face discrimination in areas like housing, education, and banking. Ever heard of redlining? It like a no black people allowed sign slapped on certain neighbourhoods, making it tough for black families to own homes and build wealth. Education plays a big role too. Unequal access to quality schooling means fewer opportunities to climb the career ladder, earn big bucks, and pass that wealth down to future generations. But there are steps we can take to turn the tide. One biggie is economic empowerment. Programs like the Racial Justice Fund in the UK are putting money where it counts, supporting black-led organizations and giving them the boost they need to thrive. Then there's the Startup Loans program, lending a helping hand and some cash to black entrepreneurs looking to kickstart their dreams. It's all about breaking down barriers and paving the way for black wealth to grow. So what's the bottom line? Changing the game for black wealth means breaking down barriers, boosting entrepreneurship, spreading financial know-how, and coming together as a community. It's about rewriting the script, creating opportunities, and building a brighter future for generations to come. And hey, if we change our actions, we can change the outcomes. It's time to build, grow, and share the wealth. And that's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed learning about the richest black families shaping our future, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Stay tuned as we continue to uncover stories of empowerment and success. See you in the next video.